The evening had barely begun when she walked into the quiet Seattle cafe, so gently, so unsure, yet carrying a weight that almost seemed visible. Her coat was worn, the color faded from too many winters. Her shoes were scuffed, the soles uneven from miles of walking, and her hair, though brushed with care, was tied in a simple knot that spoke of someone trying her best with what little she had. But it wasn't the roughness of her appearance that captured attention. It was the silent, exhausted courage in her eyes. A woman standing at the edge of giving up yet still showing up for life. That was the part that made the night feel different even before anyone said a word. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and stories where unexpected hope finds the broken, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps us continue telling stories that touch hearts. Her name was Hannah, a 27-year-old woman who had been fighting storms that the world never cared to notice. She had lost her job 3 months earlier, when the small company she worked for shut down unexpectedly. Her savings drained away, her dreams of stability slipping through her fingers piece by piece. She had been applying everywhere, from receptionist work to cleaning gigs, anything to stay afloat, but rejection had become a daily companion. Rent was overdue, grocery bags had grown lighter, and her life felt like it was slowly shrinking, turning into a quiet struggle she didn't talk about. Her friend Clara had been the one to set her up on a blind date, insisting she needed fresh air for the soul. Hannah didn't want to go. She felt too tired, too out of place, too broken to meet anyone new. But sometimes the most life-changing moments happen on the days when you least want to leave the house. So she put on the only decent coat she still had, triple-checked the seams to make sure no stitching was coming apart, and walked to the cafe because she couldn't justify spending money on a rideshare. When she stepped inside, she had no idea her life was seconds from shifting. Across the room, seated near the window, was Adrian, a 33-year-old CEO with a reputation for being both brilliant and difficult to impress. He led a fast-growing tech firm, wore luxury suits tailored to perfection, and carried himself like someone used to control. He had everything a person could want, yet his eyes, patient and observant, revealed a man who felt strangely alone despite his success. His colleagues said he was too serious, too selective, too closed off. In truth, he was simply tired of meeting people who loved his position more than his heart. And then he saw Hannah. At first he noticed her hesitation, how she scanned the cafe as if searching for a place to disappear. But then she lifted her chin just slightly with a quiet determination to keep going no matter how life pushed her. That tiny motion hooked his attention. Not the clothes, not the tiredness, but that spark of resilience. She walked toward him, and the closer she came, the more he noticed the gentle strength hidden beneath her exhaustion. Hannah sat down, apologizing softly for being a minute late, though she had actually arrived early. Adrian listened, genuinely listened, to the soft tremble in her voice. She didn't try to impress him, didn't boast, didn't pretend. Instead, she spoke honestly about losing her job, about trying to start over, about how life lately felt like walking uphill in the dark. She didn't share these things to gain sympathy. She spoke because she didn't know how to pretend she was doing better than she was. And for the first time in a long while, Adrian felt something shift inside him. He had met people dressed in elegance, confident and prepared, people with polished words and perfect smiles. But Hannah had something none of them ever carried, a sincere, unfiltered heart. The conversation unfolded slowly, gently, like two worlds quietly learning to trust each other. Hannah told him about her dream of becoming a graphic designer one day, about how she used to sketch late into the night when life felt too heavy. She admitted she hadn't picked up a pencil in months because survival had replaced passion. Adrian shared how lonely leadership could feel, how success often came with a price no one warned you about. They understood each other in ways neither expected. Yet beneath their connection, Hannah kept bracing herself internally, expecting him to judge her appearance, her struggles, her lack of stability. She assumed a man like him would never look twice at someone like her. But every time she looked up, she found him watching her with an expression she couldn't decipher, soft, deeply attentive, almost protective. As the evening continued, something remarkable happened. Hannah started to relax. Not because she suddenly felt worthy, but because Adrian treated her like she already was. He asked questions about her dreams, not her failures. He noticed the warmth in her smile rather than the exhaustion on her face. He spoke to her like someone who mattered, someone seen. When the cafe grew quieter and the night outside darkened, Hannah finally asked the question that had been building inside her all evening, why he was even interested in talking to her. Adrian paused, leaned back slightly, and took a slow breath before answering, not with charm, not with pretense, but with truth. He told her he valued sincerity, resilience, and kindness more than any surface impression. And from the moment she walked in, she had carried all three. For the first time in weeks, Hannah felt something warm push against the heaviness she'd been carrying. Hope, real, trembling hope. Over the next hour, they spoke of childhood memories, quiet fears, unexpected joys. And when the evening finally ended, Adrian walked her outside, making sure she felt safe before heading home. But before they parted, he told her he wanted to see her again, not out of pity, not out of obligation, but because he felt something rare with her, something he didn't want to lose. The days that followed unfolded like gentle sunlight breaking through long clouds. Adrian reached out the next morning, asking how she slept. He sent her small uplifting notes during the week and checked in after every interview she went to. Not once did he make her feel less than or behind. Instead, he made her feel seen, valued, and capable again. Hannah started drawing after months of silence, rediscovering the parts of herself she thought she had lost. Weeks turned into months, and their bond deepened, rooted not in wealth or appearance, but in compassion, understanding, and quiet resilience. Adrian supported her dream of entering the world of design, helping her build a portfolio without ever overstepping her independence. Hannah reminded him what genuine human connection felt like, grounding his fast-paced life with warmth and truth. And when Hannah finally landed a job she had been praying for, Adrian celebrated her achievement with more pride than he celebrated any business win. In her success, he saw the strength she never gave herself credit for. In his support, she saw the love she never believed she deserved. If this story touched your heart, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us create more uplifting stories. Before you go, comment below. Hope always finds a way.